All right, so usually what I do is I start pulling the feathers apart like this. And a lot of people make an incision. With some ducks, you don't have to make an incision. You just start pulling the feathers away from the skin till you get a clear view of the skin. It's not bad to make an incision. So you get the feathers out so that you can see the skin. Yeah, pull them right down.
I can feel the
breastbone.
Yeah,
or the wishbone, right?
The breastbone.
Yep. Yeah, you're doing good.
And do you have to remove all the feathers?
No, just in a little spot. Because once you get a clear view of the breastbone, yeah, that's not bad right there. Then what you do is you can make an incision, or sometimes you can just pull it and it'll just rip. But usually what I do is I'll make a little incision like this, just to get it to. And you see that? That's still skin right there. You're not actually into the breast meat yet. So then you see that? That's where you're through the skin. Then, usually then you can start to pull it away.
So you just go on one side of the breast?
Oh, one side, yep, just like that
yeah.
we've seen in some of the videos. Lay the knife down a little bit, and so instead of trying to use just the tip, lay it down and drag it like that. So yeah, you did good. So then you can do it either like this. Then you want to basically grab the skin with your fingers, and then it just kind of starts to rip open. Eventually you can slide your fingers underneath it, if you're lucky. Sometimes you have to do what he did and actually use a, you can run the incision down farther if it's tight. Depending on how much fat they have on them, they're easier or harder to get the skin to open up. Now, if you were doing this for taxidermy, you want to keep as many feathers on the bird as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got well, there's a little fat layer up high. And I just kind of, if you can, do like he did and just kind of exactly trying to wedge it underneath the skin. No, you can't. Alright, now when you get like this, if you get it like this, look. Austin, look. If you can get it like that, you can get under there and actually peel it. Like an orange. There you go. You're alright. That's the good stuff. That's the breast meat right there.
That is the breast meat, yes.
Yeah, see if you can get your finger under like this. See what I'm doing? Like that.
Yeah.
Then you just kind of peel it.
Like an orange.
Yeah, seriously. It is like an orange. It feels like an orange. And it's even orange.
That it is.
I'm gonna cut up a little bit higher. You having a hard time with it? Actually, you're doing good. That's good. Just make sure you keep the knife always pointed away from your fingers, which you're doing. So.
And there's like a little spot where it's like the skin is connected.
That's
over the breastbone.
Right.
Where it's like tougher. So you just have to cut along that.
Yeah, I think this is the first Bluebill you've done, isn't it?
Yes.
There.
Nonetheless, we have a good incision.
There's the heart shape of the breast.
That is the heart shape of the breast, yes.
Look.
Just like an orange.
All right. Sometimes the fat or the skin adheres to the breast meat a little bit, so you kind of gotta. Yeah, if you can get a good grab on it, grab it with 4 fingers like that, and put your thumb on the rib cage and just pull it right down like that.
Mm-hmm.
And pull it right down to the table. Because ideally, to get the breast out, you'd like to expose all the way to the back where the breast meat reattaches to the bone in the back.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to taxidermy it, you'll push the legs back through.
So leg right there.
Yep. You can push it right back through like this. Look, see?
Yeah.
You go up as high as you can because you'd want to save some of the meat from the legs. Push it back through. And then you could cut the leg. That didn't work out. There. All right, so do you have the skin all the way on to the sides? You want to do the breast part now? You're doing good. All right, here I'll show you how to get I'll show you how we usually get the breast meat out. All right, so now to get the breast out, get that right down to the back like that. All right, so to get the breast out, what you do is go like this, and you cut in just like he did along the breastbone. The one thing you got to be careful that he didn't show in the video is there's something called a tenderloin that runs really tight to the breastbone. So usually I cut up here, and then I dig down a little deeper as I go, keeping the knife turned in like that. And then once you've got that incision, so you can find back here where it ends, then instead of cutting, usually what I do is I run my finger along the bone and I press underneath the meat until I feel the ribs, and then I just kind of run my finger along the ribs like that to separate the meat from the bone. Mm-hmm. You gotta be careful because sometimes there'll be broken bones in there. And then you just kind of pull it down, because this right here, this is the tenderloin. See that right there? See that little piece of meat flap? Mm-hmm. That's the tenderloin. And if you want to not leave that, because that's one of the better parts of an animal.
Yes.
So we get all the way up. There. Pull that all the way down. And just keep going right down.
Those are the tenderloin right
That's
there.
the tenderloin right there. Yep. So run your finger underneath it and just pull it right off the rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see here where the meat kind of stops. See that fat line that he was talking about? Kind
Yep.
of pull that away. It runs right up through here. And there's a little vein in here that usually gets cut.
Yeah. Bit of the meat there.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So there's your breasts.